What's up, guys? So I'm experimenting with live streaming, and I really like the idea of, well, you see, because I play games, and really, like, I should just play games and be live streaming while I play games. And I know a lot of people don't want to see me play video games when they just want dropshipping content, but I mean, I'm me. This is what I like, so this is what I'm going to do. But that being said, if you want to ask dropshipping related questions in the chat, I will be looking at the chat and answering questions as I'm playing. Although my preference right now is I'm playing a video game. I'm not here to answer questions, but I absolutely will do that while playing, right? I kind of want to explore that dynamic more. Also, I don't live stream, and that's a big problem. Like, I really should be live streaming, right? So bear with me, because this is also me figuring out the settings and everything for the first time, right? Because right now, well, nobody's going to be watching, but at the same time, I am also recording this video, right? So that means that it's going to get published. So I have to talk in the beginning, even though, you know, nobody's there. But now there are 3 people, so that's cool. What's up, guys? I'm just going to be playing this, looking at the chat. Hey, Rayda. Howdy do. Ugh. I wonder how long the delay is. What's up, Ilyas? Ilias? Elias? That's a cool name. Oh, no, that's not right. Boom, boom, boom. What's up, guys? Hey, Rob P. I'm going to be fighting Rathlos, which are like, I don't know if you guys know this game, but they're dragons. So you get to fight red dragon and a blue dragon at the same time. And sometimes other freaking monsters, like, it's great. I absolutely love this game. I've been obsessed with it recently. And it's been a while since I've gotten, like, obsessed with a video game. So I'm happy. And anytime I feel excited, I'm like, I should be making YouTube videos anytime I feel happy, so. I'm just doing the prep work before the fight. Okay, so Ilias wants to know if he or she can start dropshipping with 30 bucks. So it depends a lot on your location. Like, dropshipping absolutely is one of those industries that you can get into without money. The problem is dealing with, like, cash flow and sourcing orders and all that kind of stuff. Hey there. I'm live streaming, so if you hear me talking, I'm not crazy. I'm talking to the cool. Hello, Ellie, Eli, and I am Sci-Fi. So, Ilias, where are you located? Because your location has a lot to do with, like, how much upfront capital you need. Like, with dropshipping, capital helps a lot, but it's not, like, necessary, but it's really useful. Okay, so I gotta kill the blue one and the red one. They're both in their nest right now. Ah, you're from Morocco. Yeah, so your problem is more accessing the money. Like, and the trouble is when you're overseas, like when you're in the United States, you can just sell stuff on eBay physically until you get out of PayPal jail. But not being able to sell things physically is, you know, it's not the end of the world, but need good friends. Okay, Eli Fur has a question about selling Vero protected items on eBay. He says, I know you can't sell those items, but I see a lot of eBay sellers still selling those items. Yeah, so, like, anytime you're not supposed to sell stuff, that creates more demand for it, right? So there are going to be some people who try and abuse that. Oh, shit! That wasn't intentional. There are going to be people who, like, try and abuse that. But I wouldn't recommend it. Like, it's possible they have permission to sell the item, but it's kind of unlikely. Rob P says he wishes it can do more videos on tips and advice for non-US dropshippers, especially at the beginning. Yeah. The big thing is figuring out how to access your money. So sorry about the graphical settings. I have to, like, I've never streamed a video game before, so this is me, like, figuring that out, right? And it's actually a PS4 with a capture card. No, there are plenty of items that are good to sell that aren't Vero. Like, it's easy to think that there's a lot of items that are Vero because there are, but you have to think about like just how many items are actually available. Like Walmart alone has over 1 million unique products you can purchase online. Like, and that's just Walmart. That doesn't include the internet, you know? Like, it may feel like a lot of stuff is Vero, but the reality is it's a small portion of available product. I have, like, a quest to do, but I need to look at my graphical thing here real quick. So it should be working fine. At least it looks like it. Where's my stream health thing? Here we go. Oh, okay. So I need to change my bitrate. That's what I have to do. File settings. I might have to restart this. Let's see. I'm messing with my OBS settings right now, guys. Advanced output. Okay, we want 4,500. Not 6,000. Apply. Okay, I don't know if I can edit things midstream, but I just did. Not sure if that's going to help or not. Whoa! Okay, well, there's one of the things we got to fight. Oh, and there's two of them. There's both of them. That's not good. I don't really want to fight both of them at the same time. That's not ideal, really. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but you always got to go for the tails first. And Team Cermac TV said, how's the video game development coming along? So, I'm not working on any video game stuff directly at the moment, but I did start a software company with 2 other individuals who are passionate about video game development. That's the team that I'm making the Vero software with. So that could definitely lead into something in the future because we all have that similar interest. What is this dragon doing? Dude, chill. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Okay, Eli Fur says, what's a good way to get your eBay items to sell fast? Well, to sell them cheap. Anytime, like... So, you have to understand it's all about traffic and showing up, like, in search results, right? So, you have to learn what all the different variables are that affect that. And there's a lot of them, like, tons of them. Title of your item, pictures of your item, whether people have bought your item recently, all sorts of stuff like that. Why is it? I don't understand why the video is stuttering. The internet's good enough. Oh, crap. No! Get away from me. No! I always miss that. Ah, why is it so laggy? I want to know. Does it still say the bitrate is low? So one thing that's important to understand with dropshipping software, guys, is that, like, don't assume that you've tried all of it unless you really have taken the time to, like... There's a lot of shit that people talk about different software, and if you listen to what everyone says about what's good, what's bad, like, you're just gonna not try anything. You really should just try absolutely every possible software you can, and chances are there's gonna be something that you really, like, enjoy and work well with. How do I fix this? I want to know. Oh, so now the stream's healthy? For the moment. Interesting. Oh, it's the other dragon. What up, buddy? Wait, what? He's not coming over here? Man. Wow, there's 3 of them? Great. I guess I should fight this one. Yep. Okay, so Brooke Davis says, how much are my overall sales this year so far? I honestly don't know, dude. Like, I haven't been... So I've been focusing on learning, like, on YouTube and on the course, and I moved like 3 or 4 times. I haven't, like, been focusing a whole lot on dropshipping. I've been dropshipping, but this time of year is, like, not a fun time to dropship, really, or sell on eBay in general. Every summer, everyone's like, oh, eBay's dead, yada, blah, 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 and then like, August, that time of year comes around and sales start going up and everyone's like, oh, hey, I made this change recently and my sales are all back. Which, I mean, you know, it happens sometimes, but it's really important to, like, get to the point where you've been around for a couple years, because then you get way more used to all the seasonality behind it. Jeez. Yeah! No more tail for you, boy! I feel like I should cut off the other dragon's tail, just because it's not really fair if I don't, right? I don't need to kill that dragon, the one right there, but... Whoa! No! I hate that scream. Bum 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 bum. I like the crafting system in this game. It's very convenient, and it's not like too crazy to make stuff like mid-fight. It's nice. Alright, let's see. And jeez. So Rob P says, which cashback site do you recommend for not... What the heck? Where'd it go? I lost the dragon! There it is. Which cashback site would you recommend for non-US dropshipping, Amazon to eBay? Any other tips to maximize your earnings per sale besides cashback? So... One second. That's like kind of an in-detailed question. So there's the obvious one is gift card usage. So you can get gift cards for less than face value, right? But as a person overseas, the only way for you to do that is to get involved with cryptocurrency and then trade cryptocurrency like Bitcoin for like gift cards. Because that cryptocurrency isn't regulated, you can do that even as an international person. The reason that you can't, that it's hard to get stuff overseas is just because there's a lot of regulations about large-scale purchases and like foreign addresses, and it's complicated. But what you'll find is that when it comes to getting gift cards, the major websites will never sell to an international person. But you can find minor websites that like sell other things, and they just sell gift cards like on the side, and they will sell to an international person. So these are websites that might like sell video game codes, all sorts of different things. Oh, I missed, man. I don't know any websites like that off the top of my head, but I know they exist. But again, like, the best way is through cryptocurrency, but that's a whole nother game, right? You gotta get comfortable with that. Where's the red one? At some point I'll figure out how to get it to not be laggy, because I can't, when I'm playing the game it looks like fine, but when I have the stream up obviously because I'm responding to you guys in chat. Whoa, double headshots! Jeez, there's so many dragons here. This is insane. What is this? It's a dragon threesome. They're all in their bed too. Oh my god. Oh, uh-oh. The trick to this is definitely jumping on top of monsters. If you can get the hang of jumping on top of monsters, this game gets so much easier. And it's pretty easy to jump on top of them when you're fighting a bunch of them. So it's like, on one hand, it's harder because there's more enemies that can hit you, but at the same time, they often don't work together. So, like, that worked out. Look at that. Look at that. Now he's just stuck here. His buddy's like trying to attack me, but it's hurting him. I don't really know what's going on. There's just flying dragon limbs everywhere. It's pretty intense. This is definitely the first game that I feel like I really have enjoyed, like, large monster combat when there's other monsters there. Like, there's games like Dark Souls where you face like one big monster a lot, but I didn't have these kind of situations where there's like 2 freaking dragons. Like, that's insane. Absolutely bonkers. There's actually 3, you know, this other one's up here. They like definitely don't coordinate together, which is helpful because that would be hard. Ah. The Panda Supreme says, do you go to Amazon bestsellers if you drop ship from Amazon, or are you mostly a Walmart guy? So, because of the way that I drop ship, I don't do much any product research at all, really. I just post items and then like see what happens. What I mostly do is I make lists of Walmart URLs, and then when they sell, sometimes the items available to be purchased on Amazon. So in those situations, I'll buy it from Amazon because it's going to ship faster, and it's less likely to have problems, and it's also going to be cheaper because I'm not paying a $6 shipping fee, which I price for most of my items. Jeez, what is happening? I can't even tell what's happening, and I'm playing. I'm on fire! Yeah! Oh no, I'm on fire, and I'm on a monster. That's not good. No! No! Oh man, I was doing decent. Well, there's all these traps you can use and stuff. I should probably use those. One second. I'm gonna cut the stream for a second and see if that helps the... What's up, guys? I'm back. So I just restarted OBS, so I'm hoping that that'll help. I knew that I was gonna have to figure out how to do the stream stuff properly, so thanks for bearing with me. Okay, good. All right. I gotta restock all my stuff. Make some traps. I don't have any thunderbugs, really? That's kind of surprising. Oh, I left the traps in the box. No! No! Let me know if the video is any better. I'm hoping that since I restarted it, it is, but you guys won't really see until it's in the combat. Manage items. That's what I meant to do. Where are the pitfall traps? Pitfall traps, where'd they go? I can't see them. Well, I can just withdraw some nets. Bum 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 ba dum bum bum bum. Let's see. I am sci-fi says, you and Mark are friends. Tell me, what's the deal with him picking his hair all the time? Oh, that's just like, everybody's got these like little quirks and habits, especially when you're like making YouTube videos. Like sometimes like having something to do with your hands helps focus or helps think, right? So it's just something he does like habitually. I don't think there's really a reason for it. He's not like trying to cornrow his hair in his videos or something. Ho ho! Fighting one dragon at a time? Oh, come on, that's great. I can deal with that. Yeah, it seems better? Awesome, that's great. It's kind of pointless watching fighting dragons if it's not, like, fluid. Bum 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 bum. Oh! Oh! Trying to craft in the fight. Not working. Gotta get out of here. Oh, I'm poisoned! That's not good. I don't have any way to heat. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I do. Don't do it! Go away, dragon. Don't do it. Okay, I need to make these things so I can get them out of the air. The dragons are, like, fairly easy to kill if they're on the ground. But getting them on the ground is important. You need a certain item to do it. It's like a flash bomb, basically. See, now I have a trap. Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it! Oh, no! Oh. Okay, so Rob P says, heard there are certain risks if you use Walmart as a source for dropshipping, as they sometimes cancel your orders. Is that true? And are the cancellations more frequent for the non-US? Yeah, so Walmart, if you look at Walmart's terms of use, it reserves the right to cancel your orders regardless to whether you're dropshipping, reselling, or just like a personal user. So understand that Walmart wants your business, but if your business is going to cause an in-demand item to go out of stock, especially at like Christmas time of year, they're going to cancel your orders because as far as they're concerned, you're a reseller and you're less of a priority than the typical consumers that they want. That's who they would rather sell the item to. So if you getting the item doesn't get in the way of the typical consumer getting the item, you're gonna have a pretty positive experience with Walmart. But if the item that you're purchasing is running out of stock and that kind of thing, then you're gonna have some problems with cancellations. Cancellations are really dependent on the kinds of items that you're selling. Certain items are much more prone to cancellation. No, 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 no. Oh, you got away. Certain kinds of items are way more prone to cancellation. Like I sell a lot of like grocery and supplements and nutritional stuff and like random crap. Those kind of items don't have as many problems with cancellations. Whereas things like the hottest new toy or the latest product, really in-demand stuff that Walmart is worried they're going to run out of stock of, then you're more likely to get cancellations. Like if they have hundreds of the item, it's unlikely that they're going to cancel your orders. But if it's like a unique item, they only have a handful of them, they're going to try and make sure that the personal like consumers are the ones getting the items. And the other thing that increases your cancellation is gift cards. So it's not so much that you're based overseas and that means you get more cancellations. The reason you get more cancellations is because if you use gift cards with Walmart, regardless to whether you're US or international, then you're going to have more cancellation problems. Like the vast majority, we're talking about like every time I've had my orders canceled on a large scale, it's been because a batch of gift cards has gotten flagged as like fraudulent, and so every order linked to that specific gift card or batch is marked as fraudulent. So that was messy. It's more about if you use gift cards or if you don't, and then what kind of products you sell. Yeah, I hope that's a good answer. Okay, Eli Fair says, is it better to dropship from Amazon to eBay or eBay to Amazon? This is one of those questions that, like, you can earn money either way. It's just another, like, is it better to sell cheese danishes or is it better to sell, you know, like socks? I don't really know which is better. You can do both, really. It's not like, it's like, people often are like, oh, do you like cats or dogs? Like, why do you have to pick one? Can't you just, like, be interested in both and try both, you know? Uh-oh, that's not good. No, no! Oh, I got you. Do I like Dark Souls? I love Dark Souls. Dark Souls is absolutely one of my favorite games. Oh! Someone fell in a trap. That's funny. This is a lot like Dark Souls. The combat is, at least. The, like, large monster combat. I'm gonna die if I'm not careful. Get out of the sky, man! Just get out of the sky. Just... What? Did it work? Where'd he go? Buddy. Oh, there he is! Oh! Nope. I missed. No! Oh! Oh, man, that got me. I Am Sci-Fi says, you would think resellers would have priority. We order a lot more items than a regular consumer. Yeah, it's not that simple though, man. Like, that's definitely an argument that you can make, and like that's how I feel about the situation. But just because we feel like we're bringing people business doesn't mean that they're gonna be happy with it. Like, I know it sounds silly, but like some people want so much control over their brand and like the experience and all of that. Rob P says, guess it will be safer to stick to Amazon as source for beginners then. Any other source that are safe that you will recommend for beginners, especially for non-US other than Amazon? So Amazon isn't technically a good source because you're not supposed to use it to dropship. You can, and like I do, but your account will eventually get suspended, and then you just have to make a new account. So that's something that's important to keep in mind. And this is if we're sourcing items using Amazon Prime. That's because you're not supposed to use Prime for commercial purposes. But ultimately, it's really easy to just make a new account, and it's more of just an inconvenience than anything else. So as long as you're willing to work around that and you're aware, then yeah, Amazon's a good source because it ships really quick and it's reliable, and they have a good return service. Good night. I Am Sci-Fi. Live PD. What's Live PD? I don't even know what that is. And where's this dragon? Where are these guys fighting me? I guess we can fight the little ones. I haven't killed a single dragon yet in this stream. I have to kill a dragon. I've been so distracted by the talking that I'm just like running around the monsters. And I failed my quest. What? One of these is my friend? I'm like butchering his buddies. Why is he being my friend? I just want to get out of combat. Thank you. That wasn't so hard. Okay, so Eli first says, what category of items do you recommend to sell? So I just did a video about this recently, and I don't think that there's a specific category that you should sell. It's more about what you shouldn't sell and then selling everything else. So the categories that you should be careful with are any kind of really heavy item, any kind of electronic in general, just because the return rate's a bit higher, especially if you have expensive items, and expensive items in general, actually. If you have items if you're selling items that are selling for more than $100, people are inevitably more likely to go through the return process. And like you're pretty much required to have free returns nowadays, just because. So like whenever an item cost is that high, like it's a couple $100s, say that the person had the money and then something happens in their life, that's literally them being paid $200 to start a return to get the money back. It's really, really, really incentivizing. Whereas like if you're selling an item that's $20, it's not anywhere near as incentivizing, right? So it's important at the beginning to avoid expensive items, because you can't handle one thing going wrong with an expensive item. Like, ask yourself, like, you should only post items that you could afford to have to fully refund, and like you would still be able to function and run your business. Imagine if you sold a $1,200 item and then you had to, like, 2 days later, $1,200 got put on hold out of your account. Like, could you handle that? Because if you couldn't, then you shouldn't sell items that expensive. You can absolutely earn tons of money off of it, but it is more risky. And so as a beginner, it would be wise to stick with items that are cheaper than that. I'm not going to say you like have to, but that would be wise. It's also good to avoid, I avoid items that have lots of different variations. So things like clothes and jewelry, just because variations with the way that I list items tends to produce problems. That being said, some people like all of their items in their store are variations, and that's like how they sell everything. So there's a lot more to it than that. Oh, no more tail. Uh-oh. Oh, I knew I was going to take that direct hit. That sucks. Whoa, he's going to get paralyzed. Buddy, come on, right here. Right here. Come on. This one's going to die soon. Wow. Wicked. Come on, buddy. Over here. Come on. There you go. Thank you. That wasn't so hard, was it? Yeah, I actually landed all the hits. That's a first. Run! Okay, I'm gonna place this shock trap. And I'm gonna die. Great! So I don't play with the UI. Which is, there's health bars and stuff that you should be able to see. And I just have to kind of guess my health. So that results in me dying a lot. LM says, do you resize your photos from Walmart? So I'm going to take that as, is that an effective thing to do? Because, like, when you ask if I do something, I dropship in a very specific way that is, like, good for me and my lifestyle, but absolutely not for most people. So just because I do something does not mean that anyone else should. It's just something to keep in mind. But resizing your photos from Walmart, do you mean to make the photos look like, to be unique? What do you mean to resize them? Woo! So, there are some situations where your available photo is too small for eBay. And so you can resize it, or you can add like white space around the edge of it. You can actually even, like, depending on the product, sometimes you can invert the photo so that it flips it over. But you have to understand that if you do that, like, it's going to make the photo look different, but that may alter the buyer's perception of, like, what the object looks like. Like, if it's a left-handed object and you flip the photo, it becomes a right-handed object, even though it's very much still a left-handed object, you know? No! Yeah, broke the wing. What you gonna do, dragon? Oh! Oh, man, look at this guy. I have a friend. Come on, boy. I'm gonna take my demon drug. Dang! He's paralyzed. Uh-oh. I don't think I'm gonna get this hit in before he... Oh, he screamed. That's good. Eli Fair says, does the way you represent your eBay seller account to your buyer matter? So, like, everything matters. I keep getting distracted by I'm talking and then I just die. Like, do you mean, like, if you have a photo of, like, a family as your eBay account, is it going to do better because people are going to buy from you instead of other people? Because, like, you have a photo of your family as the way that you represent your eBay account? Because in that case, like, I mean, maybe, but that's kind of like thinking that your eBay username is going to get you more sales. Like, if you look at the difference between like the best eBay username and the worst eBay username, you're talking about a like almost impossible to notice difference in sales. It's not a metric that really matters that much. But at the same time, it depends on your store. Like, some people make tons of money by just getting people to visit their eBay stores and like come back, and like there are ways to make everything work. So it really depends on what kind of customers you have. Like, it also depends if people are actually looking at it, because that's what you need to establish. Like, yeah, it sounds good to make everything look more professional, but like, if you're making a change to something to make it look better and no one's ever reading it, no one's ever interacting with it, it doesn't really matter, right? So I don't know, it depends on your store, it depends what your strategy is. It could be relevant, but it's probably not going to be very relevant, if that makes sense. No! Frickin' dodging my attack! I forgot my, like, trick. You have to climb and do a lot of jumping. Yeah! This is the trick to killing monsters in this game. You just jump on them, and then you just stab them over and over again, and they fall out of the sky. Eli Fair says, if I get immediate pay via PayPal, but don't have any backup money, should I still sell higher value items? Okay, so if you don't have backup money, that means that you have to be careful. That means that you have to be less risky. So, as far as I'm concerned, that means that you should focus more on like lower cost items, because you should understand that if you look at the sales that happen on eBay, the vast majority of sales that happen on eBay are between like $5 and $30. Most sales are cheap, so you can earn more money off of more items, but it's definitely easier to get a sale to happen in the first place if the item is cheaper. So, like, the fact that you get immediate pay doesn't really matter if you don't have backup money. Like what you should do is have a baseline of cheaper items that create consistent sales, and then geez, I really have to sharpen this. And then once you have established that cash flow, once you've established cash flow, then you can start experimenting with more expensive items, because it's not the end of the world if you have to, like, if $1,000 just disappears from your PayPal account, you can still operate, right? That's definitely like the ideal point. So Jeffrey Carest says, what software do I personally use for eBay dropshipping? So I have two accounts that I use. One is an optimization format account, and one is the bulk account. For my bulk work, I use HydraLister. At the moment, HydraLister is by far the most viable tool for bulk, in my opinion, but only like really the kind of bulk that I do, which isn't what most people do. So just because I use it doesn't mean it's necessarily good for you, right? But for the optimization account, the Alley uses DSM tool. I think DSM tool, like, it does have, like, it's a bit quirky, it has its issues, but it's really good for beginners because there's not like a commitment. You don't have to pay like $70 a month like you do with HydraLister, and the trial is based on size of store. So the thing that bothers me is when like people are never like they want to know about dropshipping and they try, but they never get into it, but they spent money on software, and it's like that money got wasted, right? But with DSM, you don't really have to worry about that because you only have to start paying once you have like more than 50 items listed. So that means that you're taking it reasonably seriously, you know. So that's why I recommend people to use DSM. But it's not the best tool by any means. It's just like I think it's the best all-around, all-purpose option. Jeez. Oh, you're tired now. Yeah, 250. Wicked. Don't do it. Don't do it. Yeah, don't go home. No going home for you, dragon. No. Don't leave. Don't leave. Don't leave. See, it tried to leave, but because it's so weak, we can prevent it from leaving. That is I love how the monsters get like damaged, and like that's something that Dark Souls doesn't have at all. DSM tool is a dropshipping suite software, so it allows you to list items, manage your items, and has repricing. It's a suite. Like pretty much almost all dropshipping software is heading in that direction of just being a suite of tools that includes a repricer and a lister and some kind of like either way to snipe listings or do some kind of product research. So DSM tool is one of the I'm affiliated with them. So they're just one of the ones that I know about and use. There's a lot though. There's Pricematic, Infinii, Price Yak, Blacklister, Price Fox, Hydralisters. They're coming out with their own new all-in-one tool. SkuGrid has a thing called SkuLister now. Like everyone has all these suites. There's tons of it. Tons of different software available. Team Kermac TV says, I've got a 1,000-item eBay store, thrift wholesale, that I want to grow. Don't think I can do the bulk model, but may try to list some optimized dropship products in my store to start. Yeah, it's absolutely like eBay treats you way better if you're a physical seller who also dropships versus if you are just a dropshipper. They like it when you're also physically selling stuff. It makes them like it makes you way more credible. Hey Brian. It makes you way more credible in their eyes versus people who are just doing retail arbitrage and nothing else. Like, so that's good. So one thing that like what bulk is most useful for at the moment is growing accounts. Like the only reason I haven't, I can post like 7 million items or 4 million. I don't even know. I got a couple automatic increases a while ago, and I've just been completely unable to even get close to my account limits. And the only reason the account's so big like that is because of bulk. Because I was able to post all the items and fill the account and get it to grow. So you can use bulk to grow a large scale eBay account. If account limits are something that's bottlenecking you, then you can use that as like a viable strategy as a way to grow it. But at the same time, you can also do that by just understanding how to change the quantity of your items. So it's not necessary to do bulk in that scenario. But absolutely having like some optimized listings that you're trying out. It's good. It's good to dabble in a lot of different things, I think. Because like there's going to be times where one is looking bad, and like if you only have one thing going on and you're always banking on that one thing to work, then like inevitably it's going to not perform as well at some point, and it's going to freak you out. It's going to screw your emotions up. Whole bunch of stuff, right? It's not ideal. So it's really important to have like multiple different streams of income for that reason. Jeez, how did this thing fall out of the sky? I don't even know who did that. So Jeffrey Cheres says, some items that DSM tool marks as bad, I still see being sold with no issues from other dropshippers. So that really depends on how DSM's Vero program works, or their Vero detection works. I'm gonna start doing some videos in a couple weeks, maybe a week or two, showing you guys the Vero software. So basically what it does is it's a database of terms related to Vero and violations. And as you're browsing the internet, whenever it sees one of those terms, it highlights it. So like you can be looking at items and you can just see if something could be linked to Vero. And I'm also going to have like a database of information. So there's going to be certain keywords that I know from experience mean something, whether it's good or bad. Like for example, the keyword prepaid or the keyword email. These are bad things that you don't want to post, right? So what this software is going to do is it's going to just highlight these words and underline them for you guys as you're using Chrome. So whether you're on Facebook or using a listing tool, no matter what tool you use, you can just install the Chrome extension and it's going to look at all the words on the page you're looking at. And so if it sees any of these kind of words, then it's going to look in a database that I've made to give you information about the item or about the keyword. So for example, like if you're looking at a web page and the word prepaid is there and it occurs in an item title, right? Then you could mouse over prepaid because it's going to be underlined, it's going to be flagged. And then if you mouse over it, you'll see that there's a note that says that like eBay doesn't allow you to sell certain kinds of prepaid items, or Walmart has a high chance of canceling your order if it's for a prepaid wireless item. So these are things that like you wouldn't normally be able to know unless you had experienced it yourself. But through really, really simple software, then you guys can just access all of this information that I've gathered from all of the listing that I've done. And you can know this before you even post anything. You can know this before, like, literally, you could just be looking at a search results on Walmart or on Amazon or anywhere, and all of these words would be, like, flagged, and you can just browse them and then learn just by browsing search results. You can develop your understanding of what a good product is and what a bad product is based on these keywords that are flagged in the products that you're looking at and the notes about them based on the experience that I've had posting them. So the idea with the software is really to make something that enables people to make databases for communities to learn from. And I'm using that specifically for dropshipping and specifically for the Vero thing, but we're trying to make the software in a way that like it can be used by other people in other industries. So we're going to use it for Vero, but it's customizable. So if you want to use it for something else, then you'll be able to. And it's not just Vero, like it's also like notes about different categories and all that kind of stuff. What are we gonna hunt next? I could try and do that quest. I'm still on an expedition. I'm in the zone now. Yeah, we're gonna return from this. See you, Rob P. Yeah, and I'm gonna be doing more of these. So my YouTube channel currently lacks live streams, and that's a big problem because live streams are the biggest way to grow on YouTube. So that is something I'm working on addressing. So it's probably gonna be like this, where I'm just like playing video games, and then like I'll talk about dropshipping stuff if you guys answer questions, that kind of thing. I like this format because I get a little bit bored if I'm just sitting there and like waiting for people to ask questions, but this gives me something to do. And I like in the future I'm gonna be making video games, so if I'm already a video game streamer by that point, then I have a much better chance at creating like profitable video games. Yep. Yeah, so I'm gonna do a quest now. I'm gonna get something to drink though. I'll be right back. I keep forgetting that you guys can't see me. It's kind of funny. I'm used to being on camera. I could be naked and you wouldn't even know. Oh crap. Actually, I see now that I cannot I actually have to go pick my roommate up from work. So, I gotta go. Alright guys, it was great chatting with you. And I'm gonna be doing this more often, so hopefully now that I've gotten this first introductory stream done, the quality of future streams should be better. And if you guys have any feedback or anything, always feel free to hit me up. Right now I'm doing this interview thing. If you want to get interviewed for my YouTube channel, I'm interviewing literally anybody. You can book time with me free, and I will interview you about your life. And before I go, Jeffrey Charest said, the Udemy dropshipping course was great. Will you be adding to it in the future? Yeah, actually. So I published a new Udemy course, and I've already started going through the Udemy course. So I have a lot of emotions about that course because it was supposed to be something that Mark Augustine from No Bullshit Dropshipping and I worked on together, and it very much became not that. And I need to go through and take Mark out of all the videos because like there's videos in there where he talks about like doing a section about optimization and that kind of thing, and that never happened. And like there's been a part of me that was hoping that things would get better between us, and then like I don't know. That part of me is stupid. All right guys, see you next time. Ciao. Oh.